In terms of the sort of choice that you're talking about there, and going back to innovation, we interviewed Simon Calver, the CEO of Love Film, and he's obviously got to be innovating because of the fact that he started as DVD and now they're moving to increasingly streaming. And when we interviewed him, he said, you've got to, as a business, be cannibalising yourself to a certain extent, because if you're not focusing on what the new technology is that is going to sort of make you obsolete, then somebody else will.
Netflix, for instance.
But a perfect example. If Netflix coming in from nowhere, sort of, in the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
So luckily he's been involved in focusing on streaming for a while before they suddenly came in, which is good. But can you tell me, sort of, from Microsoft, do you believe in that sort of mantra? I mean, you've got obviously the Microsoft Office suite and things like that, and you've got the cloud. To what extent do you believe in sort of, you have to a certain extent cannibalize yourself to future-proof yourself?
Massively. So, I mean, if you look at Office 365, that's a subscription-based service where effectively most people can get all of the stuff that they commonly use from the Office suite, but they get it on a subscription service. So they never buy the box off the shelf anymore, which, like, quite frankly, is a bit of a prehistoric thing these days. But they sign up to the service, and then they're able to use that service, and they could sign up and have multiple people using those services. And if you look at the business model, like just in that, as a simple example, that means that we're encouraging people to pay us whatever it is, maybe $5.99, maybe $10.99 a month, rather than buying a box product that could go anything up to like kind of 300 quid. Now in time, you will make the same amount of money, but it takes time. Because it's not just a one-off purchase that goes straight to the bottom line. Thank you very much, we've got our 300 quid. Like, see ya. It's you're giving us £5 a month, and then we're giving you a service, but we're making sure that you've got storage in that service, that you can make it accessible, that you can access it from everywhere. And if you just take that as an example, the way you run your P&L is hugely different, and you have to you have to understand, like, as a company, it will appear like we're making less money in the short term, because the longer term is this is a better thing for the customers, and this is how they want to consume these things, and therefore how are we going to manage that? So if we didn't embrace that, we wouldn't be innovative, and we wouldn't be giving our customers what they want, and we wouldn't be able to reinvest the amount of money we do in research and development to come out with new stuff. So I think, cannibalising or eating your own lunch rather than having someone else eat it for you. That's just how companies work. And some companies are lucky; they don't have any legacies, and therefore, they don't have those like kind of huge amounts of revenues coming in from their cash cows or from their big old products that they've had for years. They don't have that, and therefore they're not stifled by that. Other companies do. And the trick then is to figure out how you continue to innovate, continue to change like your business model in a way that in a pace that your customers and your partners can cope with, at the same time as sustain business and sustain your own P&L and shareholders, and it just gets complicated and gets very tricky. But absolutely, we have to do that.